Yo, what's up guys, SFuture here. Today we're checking out a full album reaction. This is In Moment, In Memory by Our Hollow, Our Home. This was a reaction request from over on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much to the person that requested this on Buy Me a Coffee. Haven't done a full album reaction in a few weeks now. I think this would actually be my first full album reaction in my new house, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly to expect. The person that requested this said that this song was about the singer losing his father, which obviously is going to hit pretty hard for me. This came out in 2018. It's 15 songs long, 45 minutes long. I'm not sure as far as a genre what this is, if it's rock or hard rock or metalcore, deathcore, I have no idea. The album art's pretty cool, and obviously the lyric material is going to be pretty heavy. I'm expecting it to be pretty emotional, obviously. It's a pretty long album, so we're not going to waste too much time. If you guys want to make reaction requests from me, check out the Buy Me a Coffee link down in the description. And why did I say description like that? I don't know. I don't know why I speak the way I do sometimes. These intros just they've gotten harder over the years. You'd think they get easier. But if you guys want to make reaction requests from me, check out the Buy Me a Coffee link down in the description. It's just a website where you can donate to me, and in return I react to whatever you want me to react to, whether it's an album or a single song or an EP. Check out the link, follow the instructions if you guys want to request reactions from me. But without further ado, let's check out In Moment, In Memory by Our Hollow, Our Home.
Love ends in loss for the ones left behind. And grief is a natural response to losing what we've cherished. But when I stood at the threshold of death, I felt something vast and unknowable, so far beyond my ordinary sense of self. Opening to that mystery was humbling. It made me a little wiser and a little more realistic about our precarious human situation. When I pause to remember someone I've lost, grief is right there. But as the 13th century poet Rilke says, the wound is the place where the light enters you.
Okay, I love the production on that last line there with the double layer underneath that was pitched down a little bit. Very good production. So that was the intro to the album. I wanted to say it quickly and pause. This kind of oddly reminds me of the intro to my EP that I released back in January. The EP, oddly enough, is about losing my dad. And the intro was kind of had a similar piano melody in it, which is it's kind of weird. This came out like 8 years ago, and I just released an EP just a couple months that kind of had a similar intro, not really with the voice, but the instrumental and like the eerie atmosphere reminds me of my intro to my latest EP. If you guys want to go check that out, feel free to. But let's get into the very first song. It's fast. What building? Oh. real voice in there. Nowhere to run.
So take a seat and watch as my whole world comes crashing down. They'll be searching for survivors where none can be found. And I can't believe what my eyes can't see unfolding in front of me. If I can't escape from this moment, then I will live in the memories. I know I never really tried to come to terms with loss, but to bury those things deep down inside will always come at a cost. My mind's a battlefield that I'm destined to run. Every time that I take a single step, there's yet another fork in the road.
A little pause. Guitar solo coming. This is really good.
I think I'm lost and I don't wanna be found. Now my heart is in a casket and I'm cemetery bound. So take a seat and watch my world come crashing down. They'll be searching for survivors where none can be found. And I can't believe what my eyes can't see unfolding in front of me. If I can't escape from this moment, then I will live in the memories. I never thought things to die that I brings this misery, but I'll see it through until the end. In memory.
All right, that was the first song. Let's talk about. Let's just talk about the sound of this so far. Yeah, it's very metalcore. His screams are great. Very low screams throughout the whole first song. What I'm going to go ahead and say is I hope throughout this album we get versatility through his screams, because his screams are really good and he's really good at hitting those lows and he's got the technique down, but I hope we can hear some mids, and there were a couple of highs in there now that I think about it, but I do hope we hear more versatility throughout here with some mids and some highs. His singing is very good. The only thing I think the song is lacking is maybe vocal production. I think the production overall is good. It's better than my production, but I think it's not as polished and bright as you might want it to be, but also this is almost a decade old, which is kind of crazy. 2018 was almost a decade ago, whatever. The songwriting is great, guitar work's great, drumming's very upbeat, lyrics are obviously very good. I love the poetic lyrics behind, like, there's a lot of talk about, like, he's the captain, set the sails, like being on a boat, we're vast miles away from the shore. I like all those kind of imagery in the lyrics, and a lot of the vocals I really like how he do his like normal voice in there, and the singing is really good. This kind of reminds me of like A Day to Remember, I Prevail is like probably the two bands I'd say this sounds the most like, but I'm digging this. I'm a lot of the time when I get album reaction requests from Buy Me a Coffee, they're not always so great, so I'm glad to have something that sounds really good.
Is this really?
Fit for a King vibes. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh, dude. I'm sorry to pause right before the chorus, but you cannot tell me this is not so fit for a king. This is literally their first album. It sounds like the guitar work, the bass drops, the low screams. This sounds like Messenger from Fit for a King. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. This is literally Fit for a King. This is right up my alley. This is cool.
Flip back, face back to rewind. Is there a crack in my reality? 'Cause I refuse to accept this. Oh, it's like a tidal wave crashing into me. Could I just find a way to break the cycle and be finally free?
Ooh, those chants.
Breathe out.
Breakdown already?
I won't let them pull you into the
Oh, that's a fucking rip. Oh, that was a great breakdown. It's so fit for a king. That bass. These cleans remind me of like the Amity Affliction. Where does this band originate from? A lot of the words are said funny. Double chorus. There's a minute. Is it just fading out, or is it? It's just gonna transition. This sounds like some old Asking Alexandria outros. This sounds like From Death to Destiny. A lot of influences in here that I hear. That was a really good song. The strings. Dude, I'm gonna like this album. This is gonna be good. Yeah, super huge Fit for a King vibes in there. I love it. I love the transitions. Oh shit. Deep underground where your lowest is falls. Callous and cold. The lead. Damn. I love how they just throw a breakdown as an interlude. That's so fucking cool. Dude, his lows are beefy. This is so good. How have I not heard this? Oh my god. It's like Swamp People. Oh, Love Lost. For too long I've been cast out, backed up against the wall, ready to embrace this something. With the hands of the common man, who's in second what I am condemned to be. Another voice in the crowd, I see in the heart, burn into the ground. I've had enough and enough. I'm playing by your rules. The guitar voice kind of like Wolfram Valentine here. So let's set the stage, set things straight, and welcome the fallout. Oh my god. I thought this was gonna go to a chorus. Oh, is this another dead wish in the well? Another dead wish in the well. We have shaped the foundations of our conviction and buried them beneath the deep. This is cool. You won't find them, no, you won't find them. All the secrets that we keep. We have a new blood coursing through your veins. We are the children of the fire that refuse to be tamed. So you will
This is a call out. There's no shelter, no place you can hide. Keep throwing stones at my glasses from the inside.
Is there two vocalists or just one?
You can't stop the waves of progression.
The waves of progression. These lyrics are great. This is a great chorus.
So you will fall in line or fall by the wayside. 'Cause we will never change. So you may say you see it's all before. But we have risen empire that's ready for war. And we will never leave until we've made our mark. You will remember us.
Huge echoey vocals in the chorus. Big breakdown. It's kind of got Wage War vibes.
We are an infection that spreads down to your core. You will find our redemption because we are the cure. We are everything.
Oh, this is an outro.
You just don't know you need it till we take it away.
That's a very abrupt ending there. That was a really good song too. I liked a lot of things about that song, but it's probably my least favorite so far. Probably my favorite chorus though. Dude, I like this album. It's been a while since I've reacted to a request that I like really loved. It's too bad the lyrics aren't synced though. Oh shit. The guitar work is fucking incredible. You know who his low screams sound exactly like, which a lot of you probably won't know of? He sounds exactly like Miles Claiborne from Left on Red, which is a band I'm pretty good friends with. Their vocalist Miles, his lows sound just like this. This guy's vocals and Miles that I'm talking about, their vocals, that you can tell that they tighten like their lips in their mouth so much when they're screaming. Their words get so slurred, and like especially like Miles, because I've seen him perform live many times. There's always so much like spit flying out of his mouth when he screams, and a lot of it's because of like how tight he forms his lips, like that type of like. You can kind of hear it just by listening to this guy. You can tell how like clenched his like jaw and like his lips kind of are. Like they don't really enunciate the words all the way. I like the little bits of rapping. Ooh.
You better hold on to something once I try to weather this storm.
Where's this band from?
Too far out to see the lighthouse, and there's nothing left to guide us to shore. You better pray for me, Father. Yeah, pray for your son. 'Cause I'll admit that I'm afraid. Yeah, I am afraid. 'Cause when I look in the mirror, all I can see is
oh,
I can see is I fear it's always been here.
I like the cleans in the verses.
So, is it hardwired into my DNA? 'Cause this response is all I know. So let me tell you about all the bridges I built. Like us are ready to burn. Not like the fires and what the flames engulf it all. If I could just close my eyes, finally put this to bed. But there's a constant inferno inside my head. So light the fires and watch the flames
kick drum.
Feel it burn. You better hold on to something. Once I try to weather this
This chorus is great.
We're too far out to see the lighthouse, and there's nothing left to guide us to shore. You better pray for me, Father. Yeah, pray for your son. 'Cause I'll admit that I'm afraid. Yeah, I am afraid. 'Cause when I look in the mirror, all I can see is a red. To something. Once I try to understand, because we're too far out to see the lighthouse, and there's nothing left to guide us to shore. You better pray for me, Father. Yeah, pray for your son. 'Cause I'll admit that I'm afraid, but it's time for a change. I don't wanna feel, no, I don't wanna feel rage. Yeah, all I can feel is rage. You want the best of me. You want it all. We'll come and get it.
Fade out. Oh shit. That was probably my favorite so far. Definitely my favorite lyrics. I love all the lyrics talking about like the ocean and the shore, and like the lighthouse isn't there to guide us home. I have a tattoo of a lighthouse actually. And I love lyrics that talk about like the ocean and using the ocean as imagery, or like just using water as imagery through the lyrics. Which I did a lot of on my first album. Don't listen to that, but just a example, I did a lot of that. So I like those types of lyrics, and I love these ending lyrics here. A lot of the song is talking about how I'm afraid, I don't want to feel this way, but all I feel is rage. And I love how the ending lyrics say, you want the best of me, you want it all, then come and get it. And what he's saying is like, come and get it, because the best of me is this rage, because all there is hurt and anguish and bad. The best of me isn't much, so you're just gonna get the rage, is basically what I think he's saying. These lyrics I liked a lot. You better pray for me, Father. Pray for your son, because I'll admit that I'm afraid. And he said stuff about looking in the mirror and all he sees is rage, which feel that. That was my favorite. That was a great song. Another interlude. How many interludes are there? 2, 3. About 5 interludes. It's not bad. So there's like 10 songs. Oh, I see. It looks like never mind. I was gonna say I thought the interludes had these little double slashes, but this song has them. This piano production's like exactly from the intro. This is a great album. It's very cohesive. It's got a lot of plays too. How big is this band? Not many monthly listeners. They have a song with 12 million streams though. When did they start? 2015. They've been around a little bit. I might have to check out more. This was their 3rd album, but their 2nd album has a lot of streams too. I might have to check that out. Okay, cool little interlude. Maybe there'll be like a little bit of a sound change. That's why we're trying to break it up a little bit. His screams are so good.
If you're not with me in my dreams, then I'll never sleep again. I will never sleep again.
Oh shit, dude. Damn. I love the lyrics.
I'm finally at peace.
I like this break here.
I'm finally at peace.
It reminds me of Chris Motionless. I'm finally. This is beautiful. I didn't love the cleans in the chorus, but I like these ones.
Well, what if we were to burn? Would we burn together?
A little delayed hit.
Change a thing, 'cause you said yourself alone, and we both went down in flames. Now it feels like I am losing all control. She said, there's a door, this is getting too much for you, but we both know I couldn't leave if I wanted to. Now you have faded from my thoughts. I can finally sleep again.
Okay. So the whole album isn't about the singer losing his father, which that's okay for me because I don't know how much I can take that. This is that was a good song. I didn't love the chorus cleans. They were just a little, I don't know, too high for me, but still a good song. Divisions. Yeah, I gotta say, sorry to pause again, but I mentioned how this interlude here, Bargaining, felt like to me that maybe it was alluding to that this second half of the album maybe would have a different sound, or maybe these next couple songs. And I feel like that might be the case because I feel like Weight and Carnage and So Far Divisions are a little bit more safer sounding, a little more melodic, a little more singing than screaming. So that's actually a really interesting concept. I never thought about using interludes for different sounds. It seems like there's an interlude every 2 songs. Interlude, 2 songs, interlude, 2 songs, interlude, 2 songs, interlude, 2 songs. Yeah, so every 2 songs there's an interlude. Hold on, my mom's calling me. Yeah, that's actually interesting. Every two songs is an interlude, which is cool and an interesting concept that might not be the reasoning from this band, but it would be kind of cool, something to do. Maybe I'll do this in a future album, but splitting up different genres and sounds in between interludes. It's almost like it's like a movie you're transitioning through, your climax into a different part of the movie. So it's like, just for example, sorry for this little rambling, but like Denial, the intro was, an interlude, and then we had these first 2 songs that were pretty heavy, and then we got I'm so retarded. I shouldn't use that word, but I wasn't actually reading the wow, that's actually really cool. I wasn't really reading the titles of the interlude, so it seems like this is like it's the grief process, I guess. So like, oh, that's really cool. So like the intro is called Denial. So the first 2 songs are about denial, and the next song is called Anger. The next 2 songs are about anger. And now Bargaining, which we got 1 song that, wow, okay, that's really interesting. That's really cool. That's a very well written structure for an album. I really, really love that writing. And then so the last one is Acceptance. Wow. Okay, this is cool. The guitars.
Before the time is too late. Whoa, these feelings came out of nowhere.
God, those leads. Oh, the production, the panning. Dude, I love their breaks. They're so well placed for the bass. Oh, that's pretty. I love this. Bring yourself back down to me. Whoa, drop out chorus. That was really good. That was definitely the most like mainstream metalcore song. It was like the safest sounding one, but the lead guitar throughout that whole thing was really good. And I really liked the singing in the chorus. Like I already said, I think that concept is so cool. Having the like chapters in the album, that is so cool. That is so genius. Wow. And now we're moving on to Depression. So these might be some slower ballads. I don't know. Dude, this is so good. Thank you so much for requesting this, man. This is great. This sounds like Imminence. The guitar work's fantastic. Alright. Depression chapter. Wow, that's a weird. Why must it take from you? Why can't it just take from me? Oh, those cleans.
Won't somebody show me how to move on, show me how to forget. The anger lives inside my heart, it's been there ever since you left. I need a sense of closure. would give up everything just to bring you back to me. I tried to speak up, but my words escaped me. I'm beginning to think that my demons are everything. Resisting, 'cause the pain is a difficult burning. I made too many mistakes, too many times. Buried them deep in the past. These words, millions will be the way of the world. These worn out sheets speak of the life I lead. So show me how to move on. Show me how to forget. The anger lives inside my heart. It's been there ever since you left. I need a sense of closure. I just need you to see that I would give up everything I have just to bring you back to me. I try to speak up, but my words escape me. My words escape me. The chapters change, but the stories stay the same. You went with the sunshine, left me with the rain.
You went with the sunshine, left me with the rain. Oh my god. And literally saying the chapters change, but the stories stay the same. Like, that can be appointed to his life, his different chapters in life after he lost his father, you know? The different chapters afterwards, but the story stays the same. You know, he's moving through different times of his life, but at the end of the day, he still lost his father. He still feels that ache. You went with the sunshine, left me with the rain. And he's saying the chapters change, and that's talking about his life, but also the chapters literally change in the album. There's these different chapters of the album: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. There's literally these different chapters. Oh my god. The lyrics in the chorus are so straightforward that they made me cry. And they're not even that like deep or anything. They're just, or they are deep, but they're not that complex. It's fuck. Oh my god. Okay, fuck me up with a breakdown now. Oh shit. Oh my god. That was my favorite song on the album. Dude, this thing has flown by. I mean, there's still 4 songs actually. This is incredible. Okay, bullet.
Am I the solution or just part of the friction?
choruses are so good.
Never forget the words he said. Sit with me for a little while, and don't be nervous, 'cause I am not afraid of death. No, no. The light I saw fade from your eyes. Now I see the stars in the sky, and I know we'll meet again someday. Just keep watching over me.
Fuck. Dude. And I'll never forget the words he said. And then the chorus starts with the words that his father said to him. Sit with me for a while and don't be nervous, 'cause I am not afraid of death. The light I saw fade from your eyes. Now I see in the stars in the sky. That's just, it's crazy. It's like, not that I know the singer's life or what his relationship was with his dad, but I lost my dad not too long ago. And it's like, it's so like, I know what this singer felt, but I also know that it's not the same, because his relationship with his father was unique to him and his father, just as mine was with mine. And I almost feel jealous of what I believe the lyrics are alluding to, saying, sit with me for a while and don't be nervous, because I'm not afraid of death. To me, that means he knew it was coming, whether his father passed from cancer or some sickness, whatever it might be. To me, that sounds like he knew his father was going, and he got to say goodbye. You know, sit with me for a while and don't be nervous, because I'm not afraid of death, is what his father said to him, right? And then he said, the light I saw fade from your eyes, which to me, he probably was there when he passed. Maybe he was in a hospital bed holding his hand, whatever it might be, which is awful. But to compare it to myself, I didn't get that. You know, my father passed in his sleep unexpectedly. Didn't even know it was going to happen. So I'd give anything to have that comfort that he got. Obviously, there's still so much pain that the lyricist had with that, but I wish I could have had that. I wish I could have gotten that comfort before. And then the rest of the chorus saying, I know we'll meet again someday, just keep watching over me. And then that lyric on its own is so scary, because like, you don't even know what there is after death. Like, because obviously that's alluding to there's a heaven and there's an afterlife, and his father is watching over him. But at the end of the day, we don't even know. Obviously, you believe in what you believe in, but you don't know. I mean, you might feel like you know in your heart, but there's no 100% certainty. So there, I mean, like my father, he might not be watching over me, you know, and that's a scary thought. And obviously it's something we want to believe. And then the rest of the lyrics, this is a pain beyond comprehension, endlessly lost in my own isolation. Damn.
And I know we'll meet again someday. Just keep watching over me. This is a pain beyond comprehension, endlessly lost in my own isolation. You expect me to hold us together. It all feels futile. The goodness place a life for myself, of course. So add strength for the belly of the beast. 'Cause I told you before, I am not afraid of death.
Oh, that melody. God damn. Okay, I want to take back what I said. He straight up just said, "I'm sorry that I couldn't be there at the end." So I guess he wasn't there to say goodbye, even though that's what I thought the lyrics alluded to. So I apologize for being wrong about that. And that makes this hurt me so much more. I feel like I never told you just what you mean to me. They say time will ease the passing, but time is all that I need to tell you that I'm sorry. That's fuck. They say that time will ease the passing, but time is all that I need to tell you. Like, time will, like, that's what they say. Like, I've been through this, so I know. Like, they say time will make it better, but time is all that I need to say that I'm sorry. Like, I needed more time. Sorry that I couldn't be there at the end. I know this is what you wanted, so I'll heed the words you said. For any of you guys watching this that are still have your parents or your father around, man, just love them. You know, if you got a good relationship with them, love them all you can, because you don't want to go through this.
I know this is what you wanted, so I'll heed the words you said. Sit with me for a little while, and don't be nervous, 'cause I am not afraid of death. No, no.
Oh, that vocal.
For a little while, and don't be nervous, 'cause I am not afraid of death. I am not afraid. No, no. The light I saw fade from your eyes. Now I see the stars in the sky, and I know we'll meet again someday. Just keep watching over me. Sit with me for a little while. Don't be nervous, 'cause I am not afraid of death.
Wow. Fucking beautiful. One last interlude. I don't want to cry anymore. This album's incredible. Little promotion. I'm coming out with an acoustic EP on April 17th. If anybody wants to check that out. Seems fitting with what we're listening to right now. I like the interludes. I'm not an interlude person, but these are so short and sweet and beautiful. Oh God. Fuck me. Oh no.
These are my words of wisdom I pass down from me to you. The road that you are lost on has but one path to choose, and all and slip away into the peaceful rest of death, where pain is lifted. So you may ask me, does it get easier than this? And all I can say to you is, take no love for granted and cherish your family, 'cause the hands of time wait for no one like they didn't wait for me. Just wait for a sign, and the pain in your heart will die. But I can't lie, no, it never leaves, it never leaves. It just gets easier with time. So just wait for a sign, and the pain in your heart will die. But I can't lie, no, it never leaves, 'cause we're the ones they leave behind. I'm so sorry that you're hurting.
So they gotta be
Please
English.
take my words as truth. Keep your head above the water and make them proud of you. So just wait for a sign, and the pain in your heart will die. But I can't lie, no, it never leaves, it just gets easier with time. So just wait for a sign, and the pain in your heart will die. But I can't lie, no, it never leaves, 'cause we're the ones they leave behind.
This last song better have a breakdown that breaks me in half. Thank you.
Don't stray from the path, my son, just hold on, my mother said, before it's too late. Take a piece of me, we're carrying with you always. 'Cause it's never too late. Too late to life another, so far in the distance, I can finally see the light at the end of this twisting tunnel, burning bright. Burning bright. Find some comfort in these words I give to you. No reasons to live, are yours to atone. The future is yours, but the
That
past
punky
is
guitar. Wow.
yeah, the past is set in stone. What's the
This is one of the greatest things I've ever reacted to. This is one of the best albums I've ever reacted to. I went into this trying to be strong, knowing what the lyrical material was going to be. I thought I did pretty good for the first half of the album, I thought, but some of these songs just fucking ripped me in shreds, man. Some of the things, some of the lyrics that were said, I couldn't be put more perfectly. If you're not someone who hasn't been through this, you can't truly understand. Like you can grasp it, you can think you get it, but you won't. You don't get it. And it's not something you want to get. Not something you want to understand. And exactly what some of those lyrics in there is him saying to just love and cherish your family. That's something I always tell people whenever they ask me about how, like, I'll be telling somebody about losing my dad, and they'll say like, oh, like, man, I couldn't imagine, like, I don't know what I'm going to do when my dad passes or my mom passes. They always say shit like that, which is fine. And I always say, like, just fucking love them. Just, like, do every little simple thing you can with them. Like, no matter if it's doesn't fit into your schedule, if you don't feel like doing it, you feel like it'd be boring, just spend every little second you can. Because, God, I wasted so much fucking time that I could have done more stuff with my dad. And I wish I could save everyone from that feeling. But to stop talking about myself for a minute, this album was incredible. It went by so fast. 45 minutes went by so fast. This was one of the best albums I've ever reacted to. Every song was incredible. I love the interludes. I don't even like interludes, and I loved the interludes. I think the structuring and the writing of this album was impeccable. I love the concept of different chapters following the grief process. I think that is so fucking smart and so cool, and I wish I thought of it, because I've written a couple albums about losing my dad. I haven't made them yet, but I've written a few of them, and this makes me wish that I wrote them differently. So this is incredible. The highlights of this album, the low screams are fucking amazing. The clean singing overall is really good. There were a couple, maybe just like one chorus that I wasn't super into, but the cleans overall were great. I think it's just one vocalist. You guys let me know. Also, let me know where they're from. I'm pretty sure they're English, but let me know. And let me know what else I can check out from this band, because this was fucking amazing. They seem to have a few albums, so I definitely want to check out more from them. Maybe their latest album. They have really cool artwork. I want to see how far this band will make it, because holy shit, they only have 60,000 monthly listeners. They deserve more. I'm going to hit them with a follow. Wow. Man, that was actually incredible. I could sit here and talk about that all day. This was such a good album. Thank you so much to the person that requested this on Buy Me a Coffee. I really, truly thank you. Because, like, obviously, it made me sad, and I try to ignore that emotion that I have, but things like this just bring it out, and it's a good thing, and it's a good thing to try and express, and I repress it more than I should. So it's good for me to listen to stuff like this, because it helps kind of, I don't know, help express it more, I guess. So thank you for requesting this. This was incredible. Genuinely one of the best albums I've ever reacted to. I'm going to buy this CD, and I want to check out more from this band. So with that being said, guys, you guys watching on YouTube, let me know what you guys thought about this album down in the comments down below. Let me know what your favorite song from the album was. Mine is either Rafe's In Memory. Probably Rafe's or In Memory. There's another one I liked a lot, but I'm not sure which one it was. Rafe's was really good. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this album. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry for the crying and rambling and whatnot. I hope you guys enjoyed. Regardless, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Check out more of my videos if you want to. And check out my new EP. It's an acoustic EP coming out April 17th. So make sure you guys mark that on your calendars and check it out. It is also, this EP is about losing my father. So if you guys enjoyed the lyrical content of this album, check out my EP when it drops, April 17th. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the future.